unless I had a tennis ball, or he felt like it. But mostly, he didn't come at all. When he was young, he never learned to heel, or sit, or stay. He did things his way. Discipline was not his bag, but when you were with him, things sure didn't drag. He'd dig up a rose bush, just to spite me. And then when I'd grab him, he'd turn and bite me. He bit lots of folks from day to day. The delivery boy was his favorite prey. The gas man wouldn't read our meter. He said we owned a real man-eater. He set the house on fire, but the story's long to tell. Suffice it to say that he survived, and the house survived as well. On evening walks, and Gloria took him, he was always first out the door. For the old one and I brought up the rear because our bones were sore. He would charge up the street with Ma hanging on. What a beautiful pair they were. And if it was still daylight and the tourists were out, they created a bit of a stir. But every once in a while, he'd stop in his tracks and with a frown on his face, look around, just to make sure that the old one was there, watching him where he was bound. Now, we're early to bedders at our house. I guess I'm the first to retire. And he'd look at me as I'd leave the room and get up from his place by the fire. He knew where the tennis balls were, upstairs, and I'd give him one for a while. And he'd push it under the bed with his nose, and I'd fish it out with a smile. But before long, he'd tire of the ball and be asleep in his place by the corner in no time at all. And there were nights when I'd feel him climb upon our bed and lie between us, and I'd pat his head. And there are nights when I'd feel this stare, and I'd wake up and he'd be sitting there, and I'd reach out my hand to stroke his hair. And then I'd hear him sigh, and I think I know the reason why. He would wake up at night with this fear of the dark, of life, of lots of things, and he'd be glad to have me near. And now, he's dead. And there are nights when I think I feel him climb up on our bed and lie between us, and I pat his head. And there are nights when I think I feel that stare, and I reach out my hand to stroke his hair, but he's not there. Oh, how I wish that wasn't so. I'll always love a dog named Bo.